Folks, I'm gonna sell my Kistler Crappie rod because I found a very stiff Japanese rod, much stiffer than I expected, that I'm gonna be using for drop shot from now on. And the Kistler that I have been using for drop shot all winter, amazing drop shot rod, and also jigging and twitching for a little bit bigger baits, like a 2-gram number 8 BG1 for juvenile bass, white bass, that sort of stuff, or very big crappie. Or if you come from a bass fishing background and you're migrating to ultralight fishing, you are really gonna love this rod because it was created by a professional bass angler, and I can tell you it has a bass fishing DNA in it. I'm not gonna talk about it a lot for two reasons. First, I have plenty of videos with the rod. I have a review, I have many fishing videos with it. I'm not gonna repeat everything. You can see the action, all of that stuff. And secondly, I know this rod will sell very quickly, so there's no need to go into too much detail. But this rod is heavily customized to make it perfect. This thing here that you see, I made it. Originally it was big and ugly and it was grabbing on my clothes all the time. I made it narrow and conical to not grab my clothes, and I epoxied the whole thing so it will never wear. This too, this was extending up to here. I cut it to make it European. Also epoxied. It will stay like this forever. This too, this was all foam, from here to here foam, and it was hollow. It was hollow, it would wobble, and on every cast it would sink under your thumb. Unacceptable, glaring weakness of the original product. No free play now. I put cork, the cork is touching the blank. This is rigid. You have, even if you have big hands like me, rigid support the entire time. Inspires confidence, heart here for sensitivity. You can still, move the whole thing up and down to install your reel. You have to be gentle though, because I epoxied the cork to the foam. I cut the foam, I put the cork, and I epoxied it to the foam, but the metal with the thread is under the foam. So when you're installing the reel and tightening it, hold here for the foam and don't over tighten and strip the whole thing and break it. I don't know how strong it is. It looks very strong to me, but it's epoxy holding two different materials, okay? So don't grab it like this with the lumberjack hands and just cinch it and strip the whole thing, okay? Just grab like this for the foam, tighten, and you can tighten a lot, but be gentle and hold it gentle, and you'll be fine, okay? The last thing I need to mention, you get a hook keeper. I upgraded the first guide because the rod comes with these cheap steel guides. If you catch enough fish, they will develop cuts in the metal frame. They will develop even from mono. It's not about braid. All of my Daiwa Presso rods, which have the same guides, develop cuts. But the first guide that will develop cut, always, because of the angles and stuff, is the top guide. I replaced the top guide with high-end Fuji ceramic guide. Gunmetal color, but very thin. Your first guide will not develop the cut. So I can say with very high degree of confidence that this here is the best Kistler crappie rod in the world. Not only the best, but pretty much the only good one. Everything else is junk. Price will be higher than it seems because of shipping. This is a one-piece rod. The only box that I have is 7 feet long. This will take $30 for shipping. And then there is 3% taxes that I pay on everything else. So when you look at the price, keep in mind, I will take, for me, at least $40 less than what you pay. Just keep that in mind, okay? Thank you.